The way you want to program your quiz is so that when somebody types their answer into this box here, okay, which is text box 1, they can click the button for the answer and it will tell them whether they got the answer correct or not. So if you double click, it opens our Visual Basic coding area. So the command button is always the button that you're clicking, and the text box will be where they're writing the answer. So we're going to type our code up in this first place. We're going to say if ucase textbox1.text, so if the text that's written into the text box is equal to the word, and whatever the word is going to be that you want the person to type, then you want to show the message box correct answer. If they don't have the correct answer, then you want to show the message box. Now you can tailor what you write in these boxes to be whatever you want it to be for your quiz. Okay, at the end, you always end if. Now one thing you can think about in your own quiz is when somebody types, first of all, when somebody types in their answer, because we're using the ucase function, it means that the person can type in capital letters or small letters and it won't make a difference. It will always recognise the answer as being correct. So that's why we use this bit. If you want your quiz to take you to the next question, if they get the answer correct, then in this gap you can type the words slideshow windows 1 view.next. Okay, now if you want the whether they get the answer right or wrong for it to take you to the next question, then you actually want that bit of code to go down at the end. But you choose what works for you. For my quiz, I like to have it so if they get the answer right, they go to the next question. If they get it wrong, they have to have another go. The other thing you can add in is if they get the answer wrong and then they have another go, you want the text box to be empty. So what you can do is you can add this bit of code, textbox1.text equals, and that will just empty that text box. So if we now go back to our quiz, so if we push the red button, that takes us back in to the quiz, and we just save what we've done. So remember, whenever we save, we have to save it as a macro enabled presentation. Because we're now working with macros, we have to make sure that it saves the code. If you don't save it as macro enabled, it loses your code. So if we save that and test that out, if I now write September in the box and click for the answer, it's told me it's correct. If I went into this box and I wrote something else and clicked for it, it would tell me it was wrong and it would clear the box.